Podcasting One. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, I'm Anthony. Right next to me is my partner, RJ. RJ, baby, tell him how you doing.
Man, excited to fucking finally be back. We normally don't like taking these hiatuses, especially we don't like taking like a week off. A lot of stuff happened in Dodger baseball, just in like Cholo tier sports in general with the Lakers, the Raiders, whatever it may be, especially the Dodgers. But shout out to us for only having 3 series to cover this episode, just because we had the All Star break. We ain't really gotta talk much about the break. Actually, no, we'll talk about the game a little later. But honestly, back from San Fran, was able to go and snap the losing streak for us over on Saturday.
There you go.
Fucking, that was fucking great. Honestly, hate the Giants with all my heart. But they got a beautiful ass stadium, man. They got a beautiful ass stadium. I can't really talk shit about that. But yeah, man, I'm excited. Got a lot to talk about, man. We low-key got a loaded ass episode. Got some LeBron talk. We got quick little look into Raiders minicamp, which starts on Tuesday, y'all. Raiders minicamp starts on Tuesday. So kind of go a little quick dive into what I think are going to be key position battles. And it's going to have some ideas about what he's thinking about it, too. Quick little UFC run real quick, because we do have Dustin Poirier's final fucking UFC bout. But, fuck, Ant, you want to tee it up and get our Dodger shit going? Actually, first off, brother, how you doing, man?
Well, man, it's been a crazy last couple of weeks. You know, like you said, we life happens. You know, we try to push everything out every Friday, but of course we still got to enjoy our lives, travel. We're young still, RJ. We still got to go experience all these baseball stadiums. One of those stadiums are AT&T or Oracle, whatever the fuck it's called.
I call it AT&T.
That's one I want to. That's the only one in California I haven't gone to. I went to Oakland before. I've gone to San Diego. I've gone to Anaheim. I haven't gone to Sacramento yet, just because but I really won't count that one because it's a minor league stadium.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have yet to cross that one off my list. But yeah, man, we're good. Like, I'm actually gonna be going to LA the end of August when the Diamondbacks are in LA. So me and
Hell yeah,
Ellie
brother.
got 2 tickets for their two. We're going Saturday and Sunday's game, so I'm excited.
Nice,
to
nice,
be there,
nice.
man.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, Blue Heaven, man. Ain't no better place on
I
earth.
miss it. But yeah, I mean,
Hey, misses you too, brother.
yeah, let's dive into it, RJ. So the last time that we talked was that 4th of July ep, and we did not have a good weekend Dodger wise that weekend. Do you want to kind of go into a
Terrible.
little depth with that?
Yeah, man. So yeah, we had our 4th of July episode. You know, bad day to be a glizzy.
Yes.
But dog, nothing could have prepared me for what the fuck performance we turned in against the Astros at home. We got swept. Not only did we get swept, we get curb stomp on the 4th of July, which is just it's inexcusable, especially against the Astros. But we were talking about it. It seems like the Astros rivalry has kind of gone away a little bit, especially since most of the team from that 2017 World Series has kind of just gone away. The only one that's still there is probably Altuve, McCullers.
I think that's it.
That's honestly it, yeah. At least, like, key contributors. There might be, like, a bench person where it's like, oh, yeah, forgot he was there. But, yeah, I mean, just because, you know, they're not much of a rival anymore for the Dodgers doesn't mean we still don't hate them. But we got curb stomped the first game, 18-1, man. And right as that episode, we were just praising Robo and Kasparius. Kasparius gives up 4 in his small outing, but Will Klein is the undercover fucking Houston Astro that gave up 10 in the first game. He is now a Minnesota Twin. Get your ass out of sunny LA. Take your ass to Minnesota.
Noah Davis, right?
Noah Davis, sorry, Will Klein. That's another fucking jabroni that's still on our team. Yeah, Noah Davis. We had talked about Noah Davis before on the chat. We're like, dude, who the fuck is this guy? I think it was the previous episode. But 18-1 curb stomping on the 4th of July. I mean, not enough alcohol in the world to fucking drown that one out, but hey, wipe our hands off. We just do what we do. Cool, nothing harmed after a game 1. And then we lose 6-4 as they take the lead late in that game, and we just couldn't do much. Another Shohei pitch game. I believe it was only 1 inning that he pitched, so not much, but I'll take it. And then we dropped the final game 5-1, where we just couldn't fucking hit to save our life. Um, just a very disappointing series all around. Our pitching definitely failed us then. Like, the glaring needs that we had talked about, especially in our bullpen, were shown here, especially. Um, and the hitting just wasn't there either. I mean, we had a combined fucking, what was it, 3 runs that series? Five, six. 6 runs in 3 games against the Astros at home. It's inexcusable, especially since this is the Houston team that feels like it's like a weaker kind of Houston team than from teams past. They've lost Isaac Paredes. Christian Walker's not doing much right now. Cam Smith is kind of slowly turning it around. But the pitching, outside of Fromber, the only kind of like Hunter Brown has been hittable. He's always has been. Still always has like the upside of an ace. But this had to be like the Houston team that like, okay, we could finally like move past them, I guess. Like they're not as viable as a threat as they were like in years past. What are your takeaways from this series, brother?
Offense was dead. Dead the whole series. The 18-1 game, we were 1 for 7 runners in scoring position. The 6-4 game, 1 for 5 runners in scoring position. And then the final game on Sunday, 1 for 4 runners in scoring position. So it's also showing that the runners in scoring position is also very low. We have 1 for 4, 1 for 5, and then 1 for 9 that 18-1 game. But that means that we're not hitting. We're not giving opportunities for us to get on. We're not getting base hits to get opportunities to get people in. And even watching the series, it just looked flat. Even the whole week, the offense looked horrible. Now, it did kind of turn it around in San Francisco, which we'll get into that. But yeah, the offense was bad. Then we had our jabroni pitchers, like you said. One guy's not even on the team no more. He's playing for the Minnesota Twins, Noah Davis. Now, one thing I do want to highlight actually for the pitching. Sheehan,
Emmett Shaheen.
he looked really good on Sunday. I was able to watch all 3 games that weekend. Shaheen looked really good. There was a couple times where he got into trouble, but he got out of it. He only allowed 1 run. Then Tanner Scott, which the last 3 outings he has not looked good. Tanner Scott comes in, gets back-to-back home runs, I believe. That was on Sunday's game. Yeah, 2 home runs. It's just kind of like a rocky road. We had coming into this weekend, we had like almost an 8-9 game lead against our division, and we just dropped. Like we dropped a lot of games. Like even if you go 500 in the series, the lead might be at 11 games, 12 games right now in the division. But yeah, it was just very sloppy. One person I'll say that in this series that looked pretty decent, and in the next series as well, was Conforto. He's coming around a little bit, but one person as another player as well that's looking really bad, which I was looking at his numbers since the beginning of, was it July? Which, let me pull it up. Thought I had it ready, but looks like I went away from it. So, Mookie Betts. Okay, so it's saying that that Mookie Betts has been horrible. So this is actually from August 1st, since 2024. Mookie Betts is 252 average, 315 on base percentage, and OPS 738. He's really not looking good. I know he had a home run in this series, but that's something concerning, at least for me. But from this little segment of the series, that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, we did have Mookie. I mean, how long are we going to rely on he's still recovering from that sickness that he had in Tokyo? I don't think we can keep going to the well with that. But it definitely seems like he's having a down year. There was, I believe it was 21. I'd have to look up the stats, but I believe it was 2021 where he had another down year where it was like a 260 average. Just a random ass year, especially like after like we traded for him in 2020, and of course the pandemic year doesn't really count. But I want to say it was 21 where no, he was an all-star in 21. Yeah, he ended up with a 264 average, on base percentage of 367, and a slugging and an OPS of 854. Which I mean, the 854 is not bad for the OPS. But we're used to him like, hitting 987 OPS in 23, 863 in last year. OPS has never really been a thing, but the numbers definitely have been down. He still got selected as an all-star, but it seems like this is like he always has like that random year where his numbers are a little down, especially his batting average. It seems like his slugging and his on base and his OPS have kind of stayed the same. Just the batting average is down here. In 22 he had 269, then he gets 300, 307 in 23, and then 289 in last year. But 289, that was also him missing. Forget how long he was gone with that fractured wrist. So who knows? Maybe he hits his 270 again. It definitely seems like. I don't want to say take him out of the 2 spot because I love the whole. I'm still not sold on the Shohei leading off. It's cool. I wish we could switch him to lead off. Maybe it's he's not getting the better pitches, like not getting the pitches thrown because they want to make sure that Shohei gets out. But I definitely feel like his production. It's a little concerning, but I believe it's something that he will fix, hopefully, because we are going to need him down the stretch, especially since Shohei was a little cold the last week or so. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much except for just the bullpen failing us again, man. Like I said earlier, it's another nagging issue that we've always had, like since the start of the year. I did see a report earlier today that we are going to be in the market for a high leverage reliever during the trade deadline, which I think is the best thing ever because I think we have our starting pitching kind of intact. It's the back end of the bullpen that's kind of like the big question mark, especially since last year we had a relatively healthy one. We lost Gratterall before the World Series. Did we have Gratterall for the Mets series? I think we did.
Pitched in the World Series.
I thought he was hurt. I thought he got hurt in one of those games.
Evan Phillips didn't pitch. He got shut down in the World Series.
Yeah, Evan got shut down. I remember that.
Pitched in Game 5 of the World Series when we were in New
York.
He gave up.
Wow,
he gave up the run that after that inning, after that comeback inning, he's the one that gave up the run for them to go up by 1, and then we came back and scored another 2.
Got it. Okay, yes, yeah. So see. Yeah, and then he's recovering from shoulder surgery and stuff like that. But there's so many more question marks in that Dodgers bullpen, especially since like our free agent relievers that we brought over, Kirby Yates, Tanner Scott, have been very inconsistent. Definitely something to see us look forward to. So I did send you a TikTok a couple days ago about the Dodgers possibly trading for Emmanuel Clase and Stephen Kwan. But you and I both saw that how much we were giving up. Granted, for a lot of team control, was way too much. It was we'd have to part with Shaheen, DePaulo, another top prospect, and possibly another pitcher that's already there. I think that's way too much for Emmanuel Clase. I know he's a great closer. How do you feel about that trade?
I would say no. I would say no because the biggest thing too is that I listen to a lot of baseball today, like their podcasts all the time, and Chris Rose is a Guardian fan. He's said all year Clase has looked lost, so he's kind of like looking like another Tanner Scott. Like right now he hasn't. I don't know. I don't have his numbers pulled up right now, but from what he said about Clase is that throughout the whole year is that he has not looked good. And I understand, he's a former, relief pitcher of the year, whatever that award is. He has some accolades, right? But right now, I'd rather have someone that's, I guess, quote unquote, locked in. Someone that's like, they're in their bag right now. So like, one guy that you mentioned was Finnegan, right?
Mm-hmm. Kyle Finnegan for the Nets.
And 2 guys that I see that we could possibly get is either Sir Anthony Dominguez from Baltimore or Felix Bautista. That's the one I'm in love with.
Ooh, yes. I do like the Felix Bautista. I did pull up Clase's numbers right now. So this is at the break. This isn't before it or whatever. He's 5-2 with a 2.91 ERA with 43 and 1/3 innings pitched, 42 Ks, 20 saves. .7 WAR. Look, I am a stickler for WAR being a stupid stat. Would love my closer to have more than one WAR, especially that, and even a 5-2 win-loss record. Not really a fan of that. And a 2.9 ERA. That's a very like middle of the pack
Yeah.
Vesia-esque ERA that I'm looking for. I would want Clase to have a sub 2.
Yeah. 100%.
Like a Robert Suarez or um who else is fucking killing it right now? But like Robert Suarez or someone like that. Um, but yeah, Sir Anthony Dominguez, loved him in Philly, love him even more in Baltimore. Now I'm looking up Felix Bautista right now.
He's also
Yeah, so Felix Bautista now has a 1.1 WAR. He's 1-1 with a 2.4 ERA and 18 saves. So they're about the same. And I think you could get Felix Bautista for a little bit more cheaper than Class A because I just think the upside.
yeah, because even also we would have 2 to 3 years, I believe, control. I think he's in his third season because he had Tommy John the season prior. So, 2 to 3 years control. That's good. And that one with Bautista, I'm more willing to give up. I like it's gonna be cheaper than Class A and Quan, but I'm willing to more give up like a top 5 prospect for him. Like top 5, and then a little like something like I would hold like Dalton. I'd hold
Yeah.
DePaula. Like I would hold them for sure. Like 'cause that's like
Or try to
yeah,
at
try
least.
to because those ones are the big like unless we're doing like a super blockbuster trade, those guys should be not they would be in the no trade. Yeah,
Untouchable. Okay, I agree. I agree with that 100%. Especially Dalton Rushing. I know he's looked a little subpar with us this season. I mean, he's playing in a backup catching role. He'll play like once, twice a week most. I get it. And like we don't need him to be much. We just need him to spell Will Smith, aka best catcher in baseball. But yeah, and the thing with the Class A trade that we were thinking, it was like, is the Conforto thing even really a problem? Like, I mean, we have him out there because he's a left-handed bat and he's a solid, maybe like kind of below solid defensive outfielder. But that's not the glaring need. The offense isn't a glaring need. Like we don't need a Steven Kwan to like man the top of the lineup. We've got our top all the way
and
through.
and
And
it would be too
go ahead.
clustered, dude. Like it's like you have Shohei, Mookie, and then Quan. Like it's or Quan, Shohei, Mookie. Like it's it
It,
doesn't
it,
fit.
it's
It doesn't
impossible.
fit.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And you're not going to put Kwan to hit like
Yeah,
seventh.
no.
That make no fucking sense. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And like I said, like, and even in terms of just defensive, like, I know like Michael Conforto's going to walk after this year. That's fine. But you still have Tommy Tanks. Like, you're going to have an odd man out there with Pajes, Kim, Edman, and Conforto. Like, Conforto's going to be out there. You're going to have Pajes in center. Now you have Tommy and Kim. I don't know about that. Like, I would want Kim and Tommy to be in the same lineup altogether. Like, ideally, that's what I would want. But now you're going to have Steven Kwan out there. Now you have a for sure set outfield. But if you want to put Tommy in the outfield, you're going to have to bench Pajes or Kwan or Teo? No, dude, it's impossible. It's way too crowded. That's why, like, I saw that. I was like, I don't think we have a left field problem. I'm okay with sliding Pajes over to left and putting Tommy in center and Kim at second, which I don't like that DR is setting Kim against lefties. I would love for him to get a lot more at bats, especially since I think he's more defensively sound than Edman. I would love for Kim to get more time at second. Hell, even throw him in the outfield and put Tommy at second. Like, I don't get the reasoning behind all that. But you got to get these guys playing time, man. Like, Kim is a stud. And I think he's well deserved an everyday start in this lineup. But yeah, like I said, if we were to trade for Steven Kwan, it would cause more problems than solutions. And now you lose prospects on top of that. I don't
Top
agree.
prospects to be exact too. Like
Yeah, top ones.
it's something that it's not a priority right now. At the end of it, even though we'll
At least the lineup
yeah,
isn't.
like I'll bitch about Conforto. I'll bitch about whoever's playing. Like Kike's with the lefty that's on the bump, and Kike's in or whatever the case may be. Like, but at the same time, it's just that adding Quan to this team is not gonna. It's gonna do like you said. It's gonna do more. It's gonna hurt us more than help us. Cause then it's just we just don't have room. Like we just don't have room. Like would I love Steven Quan to do? Hell yeah, I would. But it just doesn't fit. The puzzle piece does not fit.
No, no, especially since he's more one-dimensional. With Tommy and Kim, they could play infield and outfield. And when I was at the Giants game, Tommy was playing third base. Never thought I'd see it, but he was there. Like, there's so much like Stephen Kwan, Paez, and Teo being out there. You can't move any of them. That's it. That's your lineup, and you're not going to bench Stephen Kwan under anything. And like you said, like we're not going to put him to hit seventh because our 1 through 3 would go Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, Teo, Will, Paez, Kwan. No, that just does not fucking work. And you can't bump everyone down and then put that because having Mookie hit third just seems weird.
Now, I know if you saw, or I don't know if you saw, but Dr. was saying that for Max Muncy, his bone bruise is gonna probably linger until next year. Like he would be off the IL. He'd be off the IL in
Yeah.
6 weeks, 7 weeks, but it's not gonna be something that goes away right away, and it could linger on to next year. So my question to you is, do we? I know we do have Tommy, we have Rojas, we have people that could play third. Are we
hmm
shopping though? Are we buying?
I would, but a crazy thing that I saw was I don't think we do it. The D-backs are kind of falling out. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. I remember the first episode that I thought the D-backs were going to be our toughest task in the season. Seems like that's not the case. These guys just can't seem to put it together. What a shocker. These guys are one-hit wonders. Um, Eugenio Suarez got hit in the fucking hand at the All-Star game,
Yeah.
bro. Gets beamed by a White Sox pitcher. And now there's like fear that he might be damaged goods. I thought he was going to be the most shot third baseman at the deadline, but now it seems like they might hold on to him in case because no one's going to want him. I would have loved for Suarez, but I don't think the D-backs are going to trade us that. Like, no matter what. Like, we're not going to give them top prospects to haunt us for the next 10
Well,
years. And they're not going to trade us someone that's going to fucking get secure another chip for us. But I can't think of another third baseman that's out there that could man it down for
yeah,
us.
because Bob Nightingale tweeted during the All Star game that I believe that they're gonna be selling, like they're committing to selling. So you should
hmm
see Gallon gone, Miro Kelly gone. You're gonna see. Look, Suarez to me though, even like with stuff that I'm seeing, like a lot of podcasts, a lot of these baseball, shows or whatever. They they're to me they're putting him as a number one. Like he's gonna be like there's no doubt, and it's either gonna go to Seattle, New York, or even Chicago. Like that was the three biggest names that I
Ooh.
saw. That I would
hmm
think the one that would make the most sense, or the one that would fight the hardest, would be New York.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing,
New
brother.
York would be because then they just moved
It
Jazz,
makes it makes too much sense. It
but
makes
they
too
just
much sense, bro.
DFA'd LeMahieu too. So
Yeah, I mean, it makes too much sense for the Yankees to go after Eugenio, dude. Honestly, but
him,
yeah, like it
Taylor are
seems like.
gone. Like they're gonna shop and they're gonna try to get prospects. The only thing is like you said, I'm not a big fan of trading in the division just because then our prospects could haunt us for the next 5 to 10 years. You never know. Like it could be that
hmm
they're not
Yeah,
shit, but at the same time, you know, there's ones like look at Michael Bush right now, dude. Like he was
tearing
the
it up.
only bad thing for him was that because we just didn't have room for him. And I've
And he's a
he's
stud.
fucking good. Like, imagine if we did
Yeah,
that like with like we did a trade with like San Francisco or fucking San Diego for
dog. Kill me now if I gotta play him like all throughout the
like
year.
even San Diego. They don't like doing that shit. And look, we got River Ryan from San Diego, and even though right now he's
Yeah.
on the IL with Tommy John, that kid's a stud when we was fucking pitching. Like, it's unlikely that we would to answer I guess my own question. I think it would be like a middle of the pack guy that they would trade for, like just nothing maybe above average. But even in the market,
hmm
what's in the market other than Suarez? Like Suarez is
Yeah.
Arizona's probably not gonna trade Suarez to us. So um,
No,
I
not at
think
all.
they'll just kind of platoon third base again because like even if because let's say if Muncy comes back and he's just not the same that he was, the last couple weeks tearing it up, it might be an
hmm
issue.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna s- they're not gonna rush Muncy back. That's the one thing that the Dodgers have. Um, the Dodgers have the what's that word I'm thinking of? I can't think of it, but we're so good and deep that we don't have to rush him back. Yeah, 6 weeks, dude. You saw how bad that knee got hyperextended, bro. Like, it's gonna be more than 6 weeks till he's like back to like actually being like to who he was, and especially back to who he was right before he started turning it around, man. Like, it's it's insane. Unrestricted free agent. Okay, so let's see. Is that for this year or no? This is this year. All right. Season all time sell positions. Let's look at third baseman. Um, yeah, he's okay. So the ones that are unrestricted free agents after this year: Yon Moncada, Eugenio Suarez, Andujar, Jose Iglesias, Gio Urshela, Paul DeYoung, CT, and Justin Turner. But he has a mutual agreement. Um, None of the. I feel like we're gonna platoon it out,
Yeah,
and I don't think
there's
like
nothing
yeah
special
we
about those names.
no there isn't not something that we worth like trading away prospects, and since we had the ability to move people around, especially if we put Tommy at third and put Kim at second or Miggy Rowe at third. Like we talked about this, like we're okay with having Miggy Rowe at third if it meant that like everything is locked down defensively. And he has flashed some power. He flashed some power in the San Fran series. Um, I'm okay with having Miggy Rowe be our third baseman for this year at least, until we can like call someone up or possibly sign someone or trade for someone else even better. That way we're not like buying high for a prospect and giving away as much. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's why the Stephen Kwan thing makes no sense. I think we should go after bullpen pieces more than anything. Bullpen pieces like our lives depend on it because this season, honestly, it does. This bullpen is going to cost us games. Putting it right here, calling it. This bullpen will cost us games down in late September and in the postseason if we don't make the moves. We can't keep relying on Vesio and Banda being our best lefties. We need Jack Dreyer. We need Tanner Scott. We need fucking Lou Trevino. We need these guys to lock it the fuck in because they will cost us games in October. And it's going to irritate me if we don't address them.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But
then we
yeah,
go into the Milwaukee series,
Milwaukee.
which I I I didn't get to watch. I'm working during the week, so I'm glad I didn't get to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any what some takes that you got from the series?
Some takes is just, just the offense, just shit the bed again. Whatever bled in from Houston really just punched us in the fucking mouth and just bled into this one. I mean, we had a combined fucking 2 runs in the first 2 games, and then we get walked off to fucking complete the sweep in Milwaukee. Just abysmal, 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 abysmal. Um, we were able to turn around in the San Fran series, not before us staring down the barrel of an 8-game losing streak, but just something abysmal. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Something that we already addressed in the Houston series. We talked about bullpen pieces. We still need the bullpen
Yeah.
pieces. But I'm thinking like we had hit the break at the best possible time because the bats were getting a little dead. We're getting a little tired. I love that maybe us not getting all the All-Stars is good for us. We don't have to worry about them going into the game and working out. They could literally just relax. Will, Shohei, and Freddie started the All-Star game. So did Kirsch. We got him in early. Shout out to Dave. Got him in early. He's like, all right, let's get him out. Cool. Let's get the reserves in. Just do what we do. Um, and I'm glad Shohei declined doing the home run derby. Let him rest, bro. Why would I go and work out again when I could just literally just sit around and watch other guys just fucking fuck up their swing?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. But we needed this All-Star break to really come because, we get swept. The last game, we get walked off in the 10th. Ghost runner shit. I hate it, but, I mean, it makes the game go by faster, honestly, so I'll take it. Yeah, there's nothing much I can say about that. I don't want to talk about this one as much, man. I mean, and you didn't really get a chance to watch. So,
I do. Yeah, like I said, I didn't get
yeah.
to watch much, but 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position this series, which is unacceptable. Like before the series prior, I didn't add up the total tally, but like I said, it was just there was not many opportunities. This one, there was opportunities. They just didn't. They just shit the bed, Tanner Scott blows it in the 9th again. He has 8, or is he number 9?
Three 3 hits in that inning
Is
too.
it 8 or 9 now? Blown saves that he has.
I will have to look that up.
Cause
Let me look it up for you, sir.
even with the San Francisco game, my God, I was well when we get to San Francisco. Well, we could just go into San Francisco because Milwaukee wasn't a
Do
big
it.
fucking thing. I'll just say Mizorowski, he looks fucking phenomenal though. Like I saw
Hmm.
the highlights of the game. You know, he's gonna be a fucking star one day. You know, or he's already becoming a star. Fucking guy already
Hmm.
got an All Star bid, which that was kind of controversial, but that's for
Yeah.
another day. Um,
Yeah.
but going into the San Francisco series, like you said, we're staring fucking 7 in a row. Dustin May, I don't understand why. I don't understand how he just loses control. He throws these fucking cement mixers and they just get dicked, dude. Like we actually turn up on Friday, get some offense going, you know? It's like, okay, looks like we're going to turn it around. And Dustin May did not help us at all. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 7 earned, 4 Ks, 4 walks, and we're going into this the third inning 2-1, and he just fucking gives up a triple, a home run, then just base hit, walk, this and that, and it's like, dude, I don't understand what's the issue with him because the first 3 starts of the year, I even said it, he was gonna be my hot take all star, you know. It's just it's frustrating because we have to rely on him because right now our pitching, you know, I know Glass now just came back. Snell right now is working in Rancho right now. Um, he pitched 2 innings. I want to say it was Wednesday of not this week but the week prior when they were in Milwaukee. He pitched a couple innings over there. So anything about this one that you have?
Okay, so to go back to where we were talking about Tanner Scott, he has 7 blown saves on the
7.
year.
Okay.
He's got a 4+ ERA. He has negative WAR. He has a negative -0.1 in WAR, so he is hurting us more than he's helping us. He's hurting us, and he's got a 4+ ERA as of right now. 7 blown saves. This is unacceptable. And we did have talks about like how it looked like he was turning it around. It looks like okay, this is the guy that we wanted, and he's Jekyll and Hyde. He's Jekyll and Hyde all over again. Um, I don't understand where this is coming from because this is not the force that we saw in the San Diego series. But it's definitely something where I agree with the Dodgers being in the market for a high end leverage reliever. But that first game, okay, so thankfully we were able to take 2 out of 3. You know, the second game was a lot more like tooth and nail. Third game, we definitely fucking came out and showed out a little bit more. Um, I will say that Dustin May, like we talked about, this might just be where he's at. He's gonna be the guy that allows 3 to 4, but you got to be able to bring the bats out, man. It was 5-1 or 5-0 going into the fifth. No, or was it 7? I think it was already 7-0 going into the fifth. At that point, it looked like the Dodgers were just like, "Oh fuck, here it comes! Like here comes game number 7," and we came back. Uh, Conforto hit a 2-run homer. Teo, I believe, drove in a few more runs. We had the rally going, and then we just kind of fell short. That one, I'll kind of give him a chance. Like, okay, we fought late, but yeah, dude, Dustin May, he's just holding a place. He will. I fear he will. I think he'll make the postseason roster, but he will be a reliever. He's going to be a guy that comes in for 1 inning and that's it. Like Lou Trevino will not be on there if Dustin May's on there to be a reliever. Like that's kind of what we're looking at. We just need our starting pitching to get healthy. And like I said, I think we limped into the All-Star break just trying to get healthy, just trying to like get some rest. Because we do open up with the 3-game series against the Brewers today at home. So definitely ready to look forward to that. I don't think we'll be in the market for a starter. I definitely think with Yoshi coming back, who pitched on Sunday, he pitched phenomenal on
Yeah.
Sunday. Um, I definitely think we'll stay put with that, but just get ready for Dustin May to be that guy that goes 5 or 6, gives up like 6 hits, 4 earned, 3 earned, strikes out 5 on like 85 pitches. That's kind of what we're looking at here. The offense just needs to show out with him. I just think that's it with him, man.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of it, like we ended up, like you said, we came back, won the series. Sunday's game was very frustrating because Yoshi pitches a fucking gem, and even me and my girlfriend were sitting watching the game. Base hit Tanner Scott, center field, and they get a pinch hitter in, and he just throws it down the dick, and the guy fucking ropes it, you know, and it's like, dude, like, and Tanner Scott before this last like week or so, he has looked really good. He did look really good. He had a good 5, 6, 7 game stretch where he was looking
I remember
nice,
that.
and now it's just like it's just so inconsistent. It's it's just throwing balls over the plate, like, and right now the scouting report is just sit on it, you know, like, um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like you're saying, you know, we're going into the break, we're just kind of limping over. Right now, we still have a 5.5 game lead on San Diego and San Francisco. I think they're just about tied, more or less. Um, but yeah, is there what the bats have to get going. The bats have to start. Like we have to
Yes.
hit. Like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Um, I'm concerned, man. Teo has looked like fucking dead weight out in right field.
hmm Yeah, his bat hasn't been there since he went on injury, since he went on the IL, and since he's come back, he kind of just seems like he hasn't really been himself. I kind of wonder how much of his wasn't it his quad or it was something in his leg. Um, whether that's fully healed or not, because he looks lost at the plate. He looks like insanely lost at the plate. Like Teo was a really disciplined hitter for us last year, and even at the beginning of this year when him and Tommy were kind of carrying the team, he has no clue as to what he's swinging at up there. But we hope he's going to figure it out. We paid him his 3 years. Um, you got to just hope he figures it out, honestly. But I definitely think, like you said, the bats or the break came at the best time. Like this is where it seemed like everything we had all together, like our starting pitching, our relievers, and our bats, just all just kind of collapsed. So we needed this week long break. Shout out to that break. We definitely needed that. Um, but yeah, the bats have to get going. I would love for Mookie to pick it up a little bit. He is the table setter. He will get on for Freddie and Will, who have been two of our best hitters this year easily. Hopefully Pajes. I want Pajes to move up in the lineup a little bit, man. I love that he hit six behind like Will, Teo, and Freddie. But I would love for him to get a chance to have more RBI opportunities because I think he was an all-star snub this
Yeah.
year. I think it was a snub. Um, but just yeah, I want the bats to get going. I want the pitching to get healthy. We have Glass now going this weekend. Um, do you know who's starting
So
tonight?
it's
Off
Glasnow
the top of your head?
tonight, Sheehan tomorrow, and then Kershaw Sunday.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean that's perfect. And then we got Yoshi on Monday for the most part, and we're good to go. Um, I love it, and I love that Emmett Shaheen is finally back. Last year or 2 years ago, it was the year against the D-backs. He was a stud for us, and would love for him to continue going forward. It seems like he might be the one to boot Dustin May out because I think Dustin May is a free agent after
I
this
believe
year.
so. Yeah, he's on his contract here.
Dustin May is a free agent. There's a good chance we might not re-sign him. I'm sorry, guys. Just is what it is. We have younger guys coming back. We have River Ryan coming back. We have Gavin Stone. We have Gavin Stone coming back next year, brother. Like it's gonna be a crowded ass fucking rotation, especially with Shohei coming back, man. Like to like a full force starting role. But need the basket get going. We have Milwaukee to start the uh Milwaukee to start this weekend, and then what else do we have the rest of the week?
Then so this week is gonna be Milwaukee and Minnesota.
Winnable games. We need to bounce back and take at least 2 out of 3 against Minnesota, and we need to sweep the Twins. The Twins are always going to be tough, but we need to just enforce them because the Twins are at home, I believe,
No,
right?
we're both playing in LA. Both.
Yeah. Like, we have the Twins
Oh
at
yeah,
home.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. Um, these are doable. We need to take 4 out of 6 here before we go on this long road trip up until like August 5th or August 4th.
yeah, because we're going Boston,
Um,
Cincinnati, and then Tampa.
Winnable, but Boston's been on a tear. Cincy's up and down, and the Rays are always tough. They're scrappy as hell. Like you can't name 5 players on the Rays, but they're tough as hell. Um, But yeah, that's all I got for the Dodgers, brother.
Yes.
So you want to get into our Lakers, and our boy
Yes,
Braun?
sir. So that will conclude our Dodger segment. Now we're gonna go into a little Laker minute real quick. Right now the Lakers, they're playing in the summer league. Not really much to get into. I know our we have kind of pretty much the same prospects that we had, like Bronny and I. We have Dalton, or yeah, Dalton Connect. But the big news is
Yeah,
the whole thing with LeBron. So one thing that I do believe, which it's gonna be tough for you bronzexuals, but we care about the name on the front, not the back. I honestly think we should just do a mini rebuild, retooling. We should try to do something to either, because I don't know if anybody's gonna trade for a 40-year-old, So the big talks was the Lakers trying to get into a buyout with LeBron. I know his agent, Rich Paul, has been saying that there hasn't been any talks. It's just rumors, et cetera, et cetera. But I do believe we should close this chapter. We already traded Anthony Davis. We got Luka for that. That's one thing we have to commit is that this is Luka's team, and I feel like even if we keep LeBron, and even if LeBron says, yeah, this is Luka's team now, it's not gonna the culture's not gonna change. I feel like it's still gonna be linger like, yeah, this is LeBron's team, but we cannot rely on a 40-year-old. We got to go on the 27-year-old, build around him. See, we got get a couple bigs, because that's one big thing. We got DeAndre Ayton. I already talked about it last week. I'm kind of in the middle with it. It's just kind of like a prove it deal. He's a big, and he, like you said, he averaged 14 and 10 last year. That's something that that's something that would help us a lot. But at the same time, I would be like, goodbye, LeBron. It's time for you to go, man. It's a 40-year-old.
I agree.
I know he's one of the greatest of all time, but still, dude, you can't beat Father Time.
hmm Yeah, Father Time, most undefeated fucking opponent and everything. Um, I so do you think that with LeBron and this interest, the first time there's ever interest in like a trade for him, like actually trading away LeBron, do you think he sees this and thinks, you know what? I think right before the season starts, this might be my last dance.
Yeah, I honestly think it will be his last dance, regardless of.
Yeah, I think so too.
Thank you for Maria Chucky for the follow. Um,
Nice, nice,
yeah, so
nice.
like I said, I'm already off this train with LeBron. Even I've been kind of
hmm
off it because this dude he's making 55, 60 million a year. We can't. That's so much cap that we're giving up for a 40-year-old dude. Even last year,
hmm
39-year-old, 38-year-old the year prior. It's like he could only do it in spurts right now. He can't do it every single game.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of load management for him, man. Especially since, like you said, he's 40 years old. Like you said, this has to be Luca's team. And if we were able to kind of get rid of LeBron's salary, his 50 million salary, I think we would hard push to bring Reeves back
That's another thing.
easily.
That's another thing, dude. I'm not in love with bringing him back. The only reason why is because if he does come back, it's the contract that they're gonna be that they would that he wants a super max. It's 285 mil. Like, and he's shown that he's not consistent during the playoffs. He ends up being
hmm
a shell. So I love Austin Reeves. First year having a 20 point per game season, undrafted. He's done really good. But if it's for that kind of money, I don't think, because he's a shooter, right? Like that's the thing. He's not a defensive player. We have Luca, which you're basically saying, okay, it's gonna be a 5-on-3 on defense if you have him, and that doesn't include the other three people that's gonna be in the lineup, which it could be down to two people that are just defensive specialists or that they're average on defense. Um, but yeah, script. As much as I agree, LeBron ain't going nowhere, and I know that. I know that. Unless the only thing is that with new management, with us, buying the Lakers, the Dodgers, what's it called, Gutenstein, or I don't know what the fucking thing.
Wasn't the Walters or whatever the fuck?
Mark Walters buying the team. It's gonna, to me, because like now, that's just gonna go pure analytics. It's just gonna go pure analytics, and I could tell you that analytics does not show a 40-year-old man making 60 mil is I guess, I don't know, plus or minus. I think that's in basketball, but the WAR is not gonna match. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Just fuck, man. We just gotta wait and see. The closer it gets to basketball season, because that tip off is in October, right?
Yeah. Tip off is in October for basketball season.
October? Yeah. We have plenty of time right now. Basketball season is going to come up fast, just like football season. We're about to get into the Raiders in a sec, y'all. But I definitely think that going into the season, it's going to be a last chance for LeBron. It has to be. He has to know that the writing's on the wall. With new management coming in, like you said, they're going to look to get younger. They're going to get cheaper. You can try and rebuild this team. That way it's not the mess that LeBron has left in teams past. Like, yes, the Miami Heat were able to make it to the finals in 2020, but we always talk about 2020 as like a Mickey Mouse. I'm not going to say that Miami wasn't the best team because they weren't, but they made it. They were finally out of the mud from when LeBron left in 14, 15 when he left? When he left Miami to go back to Cleveland?
15, I believe.
Like around that? So it took him about like 5-6 years. And then, you have Cleveland, who finally, after last year, was finally barely able to kind of figure it out after he left. He left Cleveland in fucking ruins after when he left. And, trading away everyone, trying to get Kevin Love, and trying to get JR and Shumpert, and then who were the other ones that he fucking tried trading for? Like, just blowing out their draft capital. Like, just killing the team. He's not going to be able to get away without the Lakers. And thankfully for the Lakers, we stumbled onto, like, the biggest fleece and getting Luka back. Luka from the fucking Mavericks. We're ahead of the curve already. We already have the superstar now. And he's literally one you could build around. He's not like Kyrie Irving where it's like we could build around this small point guard that could shoot. No, this guy is literally a fucking cornerstone piece. He was like one of like 8 maybe in the league. You got to capitalize on that. And now, like you said, with the Dodgers ownership kind of taking ship, we might see that pretty soon. And I think like LeBron needs to kind of just look at himself in the mirror and think, you know what? Time might be coming. And I really hope he sees that soon.
Yeah, Script said, especially this being more than likely his last ride, you think management's going to pass up on that many ticket sales, which is also true.
No, not at all. They're going to capitalize the shit out of that, man. Like, if you think like going to Staples Center right now is going to be as expensive, just wait till the fucking season starts and it's his fucking farewell tour.
And if we're doing half decent, because they're going to be a playoff team again, whether they're going to be playing in the play-in or whatever, but this team is going to be a playoff team regardless. Like, I don't see them being under 500.
Not at all.
That's what it is. They're just mid. Like, going into the playoffs, I told you that I was so afraid of Minnesota. And I even talking with my dad, we went kind of back and forth, and he's like, no, like this one should be, it's not going to be an easy win. It's going to be like 5 or 6 games. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, Minnesota, this team has shown, they've shown that they could be a championship team if they were consistent. That they're not consistent. They were showing good defense throughout the after the trade, and it just looked like a fucking brand new team. But once they got into the playoffs, it was super nonchalant. And I don't understand what turns that light switch on and off like that. And I have a feeling it has to do like a little bit with LeBron. Like, because he's not there. LeBron has never been the guy like Kobe, where he's fucking rallying up the troops. That, Mario Chalmers said that he called him a bitch. Stop being a bitch and fucking stop complaining when he was on the Heat. And they almost got in a fight on the sideline. Like, he's like, just go out there. And I honestly do believe that it's the way the culture is because of LeBron. We need a dog like fucking Luka. We need a dog like AE, bro. Like, we need someone that's going to go out there and just fucking shit talks. Let's fucking go. Come on, stop being a fucking pussy. Let's play ball, bro. And LeBron is more just super nonchalant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think because he knows he's sitting in the LA lights. He's there. He's made it. He's got his couple rings. He's on cruise. He's on his sunset cruise mode. Like he's just fucking coasting into the sunset. He's like, if y'all want to win, it's on you guys. I already won my shit. Type of thinking. Like it's very just. It's a loser mentality, I guess. The loser mentality, man. But we'll have more to talk about once the season gets closer. We're predicting. All right, so we're asking a question, chat. We'll ask you guys too. Will this be LeBron's final season, guys? Lock it in. Script's probably gonna say yeah. I mean, he kind of already said it, but we'll put it in the on Instagram whether this will be LeBron's last year. Anthony, what you thinking? Yes?
Yeah,
no?
This is last year. It has to be.
Got it. Okay, I'll agree with you, man. I think this will be his last year. He'll eventually come out like closer towards the end of summer after the summer league kind of dies down. Give Bronny his moment to play, and be like, all right, guys, this is it. I'm done.
Yeah.
But
that conclude.
Enough of the Laker minute, guys. That concludes it. I want us to talk about the Raiders for a little bit, man. Nothing really going into too much just because training camp hasn't started. It starts on this upcoming Tuesday on the 22nd. But website I love using, ourlads.com. Very, very good, up-to-date depth charts for the Raiders. And I've been using them for the past, 12 years now, since I was, 17, 18. Very, very in-depth and very, very thorough. They have everyone on the 75-man roster up until they're going to make the 53 cuts. But looking at the roster, I do have a couple of key position battles that will be good to look forward to into training camp. So, the very first one, I will say, is the battle for the number 2 wide receiver. So, our lads has Jacoby Myers as a slot wide receiver, which I don't understand. Jacoby's going to line up on the outside. We do have Trey Tucker, who we drafted 2 years ago as kind of like a Henry Ruggs replacement. And we have Dante Thornton Jr., who's a rookie from Tennessee that we drafted this year. And Jack Beach, who we drafted from TCU this year in the second round. They have Jack Beach listed as the second right wide receiver. So second string behind Trey Tucker. And Dante Thornton as the starting left wide receiver. I think those three are going to battle for the last starting outside wide receiver because I don't think Myers is going to be a slot guy. He will be on the outside. And I think the second loser of that will become a slot guy. Now, Trey Tucker, I think, does better on the outside because he's a speedster. He will run right past you. He doesn't have Henry Ruggs' breakaway speed, but he will run past you. Same with Thornton. Thornton is supposed to be a better Trey Tucker. So we'll see how his game kind of matures in the NFL level. But Jack Beach, I think, should win the other outside receiver spot opposite Jacoby Myers. And now we have Trey Tucker and Dante Thornton kind of battling for that slot position. Now, the defense is where it's definitely going to get a little dicey. We have an entirely new linebacking corps signing Jermaine Pratt from Cincy and Landon Roberts from the Steelers, formerly of the Patriots. And it looks like we're going to be running like a nickel kind of defense, so we're only going to have two linebackers. We did sign Devin White, who was a former Super Bowl champion on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tommy Eichenberg, who we drafted from Ohio State 2 years ago. I think those linebacking battles, obviously people are going to go down with injuries, so I think having the depth is definitely going to be perfect. But those are going to be 4 guys that are going to be battling for the 2 spots at the top. Our corners, always going to be a position battle. Our corners were fucking awful last year. But we did draft Darian Porter this year in the draft. Eric Stokes is supposedly the started opposite right starting corner. And Jacorian Bennett, who was a stud. I will say, for all that Josh McDipshit did to destroy our team, drafting Jacorian Bennett late in that 2 years ago was an amazing draft find. Shout out to Jacorian Bennett. But I definitely think that going forward, these draft battles are going to be key going forward as to seeing who's going to be the starters. So more will kind of come out as training camp starts. Tuesday can't come fast enough. But I definitely do think like those position battles are going to be big going forward. And do you have a player that you're looking forward to the most into training camp? Someone you got your eye on? What you thinking, brother?
I need to do more research. Usually with football,
Shit.
I'm is it's the last one that I kind of pay attention to. I gotta get back
Yeah.
into it just because podcast reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
as of right now, I'm actually looking forward to. I know it's going to be. It's still. I think it's going to be kind of like already determined, but I'm actually looking forward to the quarterback battle. I know.
Okay.
With Gino coming in, that's Pete Carroll's guy, but
Mm-hmm.
fucking what's his name?
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, McConnell. I've heard a lot of stuff from him, like, or I've heard a lot of stuff from even just like fans, stuff like they were excited for him the last couple years, and he just hasn't panned out. Maybe with this this management, like with new coaches and all that stuff, maybe they could figure out something for him, like kind of like steer him in the right direction. But
Yeah.
I would say just from the lack of knowledge, that would probably be my what I'm keeping an eye out on. What about yourself?
Yeah. That's not bad.
What's your biggest one that you're looking out?
Ooh, I'm looking at one that has my attention a little bit the most is someone they said that they're not going to trade at all. We do have Brock Bowers, but Michael Mayer. One thing Pete Carroll loves is he loves using his tight ends, his big blocking tight ends that go to catch quick seam passes. With Michael Mayer, who is a starting caliber tight end in the NFL, he just happens to be behind Baby Gronk, aka Brock Bowers. I definitely think that if it's if we're gonna run one tight end sets and three wide receivers, I definitely think Michael Mayer is one to look forward to. But I definitely do love that he might run 12 personnel, which is one running back, two tight ends. Definitely love seeing that going forward. And also, this might be it for Zamir White, man. He's listed as the number 3 running back on the depth chart behind Sincere McCormick. No, he's listed as the 4th. So our running backs are Genty, Raheem Mostert, who's going to be our pass catching back, and Sincere McCormick, and then it's Zamir White. Zamir White had a whole lot of hype coming into last season, being the heir successor to Josh Jacobs, and was terrible. And was fucking awful, man, honestly. I was high on him. It didn't pan out that way, but I definitely think that this is a make or break year for him to even try and make the roster, which is, I was crazy to even say, but this might be make or break for Zamir White this training camp.
It'll be interesting to see.
Very, very, man. How much time we've been running on, brother?
Real quick, he said, my Ravens signed Jaheir Alexander just to lose to Mahomes, Flock Nation. And is like me, his mind is still in baseball form. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. We have a couple more minutes. So with that, I believe that concludes the Raiders. Like I said, training camp starts on Tuesday. We're gonna get into it. I'll do my research just so I don't sound too dumb when I'm talking about them. We have a big fight this Saturday. Speaking about last dances, Dustin Poirier for the BLM, right? Is it the BLM or the BMF? I mean BLM, BMF title with Max Holloway?
The badass motherfucker.
Some takes.
This is gonna be a great fight. Guys. So we have a lot of great boxing matches this weekend. We have Manny Pacquiao coming back tomorrow. We have Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois in boxing. And then we got Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier 3. Now, for the ones that aren't really into MMA as much, and I'm not sure where you're at on all this. Casual, okay. Did you catch the second Max Holloway Dustin Poirier fight? It took place in 2019. I'll send you the YouTube link, brother. This is one of those holy shit, this fight is fucking amazing. It got overshadowed that night because literally 30 minutes before was Adesanya versus Kelvin Gastelum. That is one of the greatest title fights you will ever see in your fucking life. Just 25 minutes of these guys just beating the dog shit out of each other. And the crazy thing is, Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, the second time, they fought for an interim title fight. They didn't even fight for the full title. These guys left a piece of themselves in ATL that day. Put on one of the best fights I've ever seen. But Poirier is coming off a submission loss to Islam Makhachev. And Max Holloway is coming off his first ever KO loss to Ilia Topuria. What I'm looking forward to is seeing if Max is finally the same after being stopped for the first time. He's been submitted like once or twice, but he's never been stopped. So I'm trying to see how different he's going to look and how much the damage is going to accumulate this time around. He can't take the same damage as he did the second fight. But man, guys, I cannot stress enough. Go watch this third fight this Saturday. Highly recommend. It's going to be on around like 8:39-ish West Coast time. It's going to be an amazing fucking fight. Like, the pageantry for his final fight is going to be amazing. You got any thoughts on this fight, brother?
I'm looking forward to it because I heard, like, like the whole thing with it being his last dance and all that stuff. But just the two names, I like them. I like them. So
Yeah, oh, dude, it's going to be an amazing fight. Like, it's two guys that never have boring fights, and they're both fan favorites. You can't hate Max Holloway or Dustin Poirier. You just can't. In MMA, that's almost like a sin to hate either of them. So, highly recommend watching it this weekend, y'all. If you're not doing it this Saturday night, please do it. I'm probably going to be glued to the couch watching it, honestly, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. That's all I got, brother.
I think that's all we got for the podcast today, chat. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys for the follows. We all appreciate that. Like I said, we'll announce it if for whatever reason, we can't do a podcast on a Friday, if we have to reschedule it or just wait till the following week. Like I said, we had plans, so stuff like that happens. It's fine. We do this for love anyways, so it's we have a good time doing it. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Follow our Instagram.
We will be back on Friday. We will be back on Friday. Yes.
We'll be back on Friday. But thank you guys for the follows. Let us know any questions on Instagram. Anything you guys want us to talk about. We're more than happy to. RJ, do you got anything else before we go?
I got nothing, brother. Just excited to watch some Dodger baseball again. Trust me, I've been baseball deprived the last couple days. All-Star game was sick, but after Tuesday, I was kind of just left lost. Wednesday, Thursday, and I was just like, shit, well, now what? But just excited to be back, man. It's going to be a great week, guys. It's going to be a real great week coming, yeah.
Hell yeah, guys. Well, thank you guys for tuning in once again, and we are